Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm here, my kitchen right now, making this recordings and talking about the energies. Hopefully, you understand the processes that current energy is presented, but how they affect you is depending of your own chart. It's depending of how this current energy is affecting what the energy you came with. Talking about this, for everyone, it's going to be a different, but the present energies, they're available for you for one way or another way for reasons that you have to look inside of you. So, there's going to be a lot of energies, very interesting, that's going to be this day. The moon is going to be transitioning through Leo, through that energies for it. She's going to begin to opposing Mars. And that exact energies by 11 o'clock, because the moon is going to be rising into the midheaven point at 11 o'clock, she is going to be putting this pressure on Mars. This could be involving a lot of things. This could be energies that we have to talk about this for it. This is the queen archetype that has so much masculine energies, wants to control and facing the masculine energies itself. So this is going to be internal conflict of feminine with so much masculine energies facing a masculine energies if a man tries to control. And there's going to be some clashes on this. And when we're talking about those clashes, this is going to be very interesting because currently the moon is squaring who? Squaring Jupiter and it's squaring Uranus. This is about that I'm going to be listening my ego, I'm in control, I'm in power. We're talking about those people who think that they're in power, but they are not. You know, that illusions that when your ego it comes in so high that brings you to positions of this. Be mindful also today about situations at work. Okay, I'm going to be talking about it because these things in the morning could cause a lot of issues. So, with that being said, here is your chart, and there it is. So, we're going to begin to what's going on through the day. As you see it in your chart up here, midheaven is right up here at Capricorn. That is going to be a squaring Mercury and Chiron. Mercury is preparing to go ahead and move to a retrograde positions. Take a look at it. I'm going to be making some special report about the Mercury retrograde for it when the time comes in for that. But look at it inside of you about the communications that have not been happening in the past. That those communications has to be happening now. Since that midheaven is at Capricorn, and Capricorn represents the 10th house, which is your doing part, your what you do. That's what this midheaven represents in the current energies for it, but also in your own chart. Where is your midheaven? Usually there is something in the chart that it says right up here, it says MC. Usually is bouncing around between like 11 till like 1 o'clock if you look at the clock for it. But that midheaven, it's your work. And in your chart is described the work that you came here. But since this energy is going to be presented to us on Earth, we're all going to have to see it and facing this. What do you do? What kind of work you need to do, and so on. At the same time, Pluto is squaring the ascendant in Taurus, which is about money. This could be you going into work and all of a sudden they tell you, hey, things are done, we are done, you're fired, goodbye. That could be having a lot of reasons because of maybe you are not in the place that you need to be. Maybe this is the situations because of other side of this energy. That is it, the very beautiful energies with Venus and Saturn, and that is a very beautiful energies with Jupiter. You are getting into those energies with this. Lilith has been bouncing back and forth, but she still isn't there. And Virgo, and with that energy there opposing Venus and Saturn, some of you as the feminine energies, they're going to be feeling that energies of like, I don't know, what is it going on? But be mindful about those work-related issues very, very early in the morning at work. They're going to become Zen for whatever it's going to happen. It's going to be for good reasons, for good situations, isn't there? And you're going to see this change. We're talking about midheaven with Pluto in Aquarius. You're going to take a new approach, new way, new understanding. And as the sun right now, it is authorizing all these energies to flow. You're maybe going to be able to see within yourself these positions of like, okay, documents, situations, material, finishing contracts, getting something within the material world done, but in a new way of you have done before. You may be going to see those energies within you, but at the same time, that ascendant is going to be passing with Uranus and Jupiter. You're going to be pointing out that trigger. I'm talking about this is going to be 7:30 in the morning. As we see it, the moon is not opposing Mars yet. She is not quite there. But by the time the moon it comes in here with the ascendant, and then she's going to be coming up here with the midheaven, the whole situation is going to change. So be mindful about your intuition, what you are going to deal with it tonight, because that could be more than you can handle. All right, so talking about at 9 o'clock, as you see, the ascendant is into Gemini, a lot of duality. That is a Pisces Virgo situations that we have. But the main focus is going to be here. Mercury with Chiron. Mercury, Chiron in the North Node. Let's talk about this a little bit for you up here. Mercury's communication. Chiron, it's a healing. The North Node, where it's coming towards you. Are you healing the current situation so the better things will come to you? And that energy right now, it's working directly with the moon. It has the energies that it's also working with Pluto. And you're going to see when the Mercury retrograde comes in, he's going to send you back. Something was not done right. Something you did not did correctly. And probably on my main channel, I'm going to be talking about soul contract. What is that to represent the soul contracts within you? And with that being said, some of you may have to review this soul contracts of during this Mercury retrograde in there. All right, so talking about 10 o'clock, the ascendant is at Cancer, divine energies with Pluto, but it's going to be squaring the Sun and Neptune. You're not going to be authorizing on seeing certain things in there. You're going to see those energies just for a little glimpse. And then they come and they go. They trigger you, they go. And those energies, they're also going to be working a little bit with Mars because midheaven is the end of Aquarius. And with those energy towards the ascendant is about what is with the family. Did I have certain things about my family? Did I inheriting something from my family? But Mars currently doesn't have so many aspects, so he is feeling alone. He's feeling abandoned. And now, since the moon is going to be squaring this, it's going to be trigger the part of Mars that he wants to shut down everything. It's just dispositions of shutting down means like ending anything and everything, even though it's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be to understand, not to shut down, but see what it is. Thinking about like a boss in the company. If you have challenges within your company and the situation, do you shut down production or are you finding a way of increasing the productions? Do you finding a new customers? Do you go ahead and talk to the key employees? It's like, you know what, we have a rough time, but I'm working on it, just so you know what it is. Or you just like, you know what, I had enough of this. I see it's not working. Let me shut down. And that shutting down is going to be one of the things that some of the people will do. That could be on any levels. That could be on a psychological level shutdown. That could be an emotional shutdown. And that could be in a relationship shutdown, whatever your case might be. But that energy of Mars, that's what is going to represent in there. And now during on this time, it's going to be telling you, don't do it. You're feeling like this pressure, you're going to face it. When the moon is going to be opposing Mars, but you don't know what's coming, but you feel something, it's coming your way. All right, so talking about 11 o'clock right here, midheaven is with Saturn and Venus. Overall, the energy is going to be okay, except we are talking about this ascendant right here, squaring the North Node and Chiron. Talking about this family situation is going to rise. Maybe your family is like, you know what, we're not approving this, we don't like that, we don't like those situations, so on and so on. But people rarely they are when I don't like something, we don't like something, they don't explain it in full why they don't like, where that comes from, why they don't like it, why do they don't understand it, why they don't like it. I don't like it and I don't know why. I'm just feeling it that I don't like it. It doesn't resonate with me. You hear that. I'm hearing it that over and over and over. And I'm like, okay, that doesn't resonate with you. Great. Why doesn't resonate though? Where do you have the pattern that you're trying to, that pattern comes in? Did you have that misunderstandings before? Yeah, I did. What did you do? Well, I'm not dealing with it. I'm preferring not to deal with it. That preferring not to deal with it, it's gonna comes into you. And that's what this Chiron, Mercury, and the North Node will do. They're gonna have you revising everything that you have done because you're escaping something from yourself. All right, so talking about this is noon, the sun is there, the proper authority. As you see it, the sun is very beautiful here with the midheaven in Pluto. That positive energies comes in. You're like, you know, doesn't matter what's going on. I'm going to keep myself positive. That's what you're supposed to do. Not like going around with the chicken with your head cut off, and it's like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know what you approve, what not to approve. No, you go ahead and just like the areas, you just go with the horns in the good way, though. Not with your anger, not with your agitations, not with your rule of control. You're just like, I know what I'm doing, and I'm doing it. That's what Aries is about. Okay? Just don't try to fight the train that comes towards you. The train's going to run you over. And that is a one thing that you should be paying attention because that train that comes from Cancer, the ascendant, that it's opposing Pluto, you're not changing, you're not transforming, and that is about you to understand what to fight and what not to fight, and what to fight, when to fight, and what. All right, so another hot moment of the day that is going to be the midheaven with the North Node and pointing out all these connections in there. The intuition is going to comes in loud and clear to tell you what it is, what it's stopping you, what the situation is, what you can do, how you can resolve it, how you can solve some issues. Just be mindful because this ascendant of Leo, it is opposing Pluto, but also at the same time the moon at 24 at 20th degrees, she's going to be exactly oppositions of 20 degrees of Uranus. You're going to standing against the universe, and that's what one of the main lessons right now is there. It's that both we're talking about uh, Leo, we're talking about Aquarius, Scorpio, and Taurus. They all have to look at it within those energies because right now the ruler is where on Earth. The universe is on Earth. The universe asking you to deal with material situations. And now you don't like what the universe give you or what the universe does it for you. You're going to receive what you're supposed to receive. You're trying to receive more, then there is not going to be a balance. You're trying to receive less, there is also going to be imbalance. And that's what one of the things that's going to comes in with that intuition is to show you where is the balance in imbalance is. All right, so here is we're talking about as the moon is rising. This is going to be at 2 o'clock. The moon is rising. She's begin to opposing Mars. That energy is going to begin to rise, and the energy of Mars, it is like okay, I can handle this and so on. All of a sudden, if something brings you down, you may going to feel in afternoon that you are exhausted. You're kind of like, I don't know what is going on. I'm just tired. You can feel this because the lack of action, satisfaction of the actions is not there. Why? Because nobody look at it. You are left it alone to look yourself, not within others. And this is one of the greatest lessons for Mars. Can he stand in his own powers within the new energies? Not to be depending, not to be looking at, not to be like, okay, I want the energies to do this and this and this for me. If you have that kind of like a power, I want the energies does this, this, and this for me. Do you have the willpower and the responsibilities of your actions? Because if you know the divine powers, they are coming in with great responsibility. And if you're asking the divine for energies and so on and so on, but you cannot be able to perform it, watch out. Because once you agree to do something for the divine, that is your soul contract in that position. All right, so what are we talking about here? The next hour, which is going to be at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the midheaven is going to be with that point of Uranus, Jupiter, and squaring towards the moon. The ascendant is going to be opposing Mars. Mars begins to see with his eyes in the other side. In your back of your mind, you're going to see that this intuition did something. This intuition, this mothering energy for some of you, because some of you is going to be looking their mother. It's like my mom's fault, my mother this, my mother that, and so on and so on. But you're also going to be looking at these intuitions and energies that's going to be so intense. Usually, when at the moon, it's opposing or squaring Mars, a lot of the people are agitated and angry. Just to remind you, one moment of anger can save you 1,000 moments of regret. All right, so the next hour, which is we're talking about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, great energies of transformations are coming. Those energies, you know them, you saw them earlier. And Pluto is supporting all these transitions inside. But that transition is going to have the doubt. You're going to find those doubts inside of you. And those doubts, they are going to be powerful, not just great. They're going to be powerful. Okay, so the next hour we are talking about at 5 p.m. The ascendant is going to be with Lilith. Midheaven is going to be at the mid of Gemini. Duality, 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 duality. Shadows of the doubt that it comes in. But where is the most energies focus on here? We are talking about Chiron, talking about Mercury, North Node. That's what the energy is going to be concentrated. It doesn't matter what you do, but that inner work is going to be done with the moon and the midheaven that right now it's coming. That is going to be the synchronized energies. Otherwise, you're going after the love. Why these people don't love me? Why that person doesn't love me? Why I'm seeing this shadow within the people? I don't know what is going on. And I need to know so I can know how to plan my future. Blah, 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 blah. What are you going to do about the future? Depends of your current present moment, what you're going to do now. If you're worried about the future and you're just sitting on the one chair and it's like, my future, my future, my future, what do you do at the moment? The future never is going to come. You're living in an illusion. And that is some of the people that need to realize these illusions. And those illusions right now are calling you to coming out in the surface. Well, illusions saw it. I'm talking about Neptune, that is in Pisces together with the Sun is opposing the Virgo's energies. The Virgo currently have a hard time with all this energies, but so is people with the Gemini Cancer energies. In there, that is going to be intensity, but the exit line. What is it, the exit line with all this? Your transformations that you need to heal inside of it from within yourself. And the other side is midheaven, that it's with Mars, with the ascendant from Virgo. And you listen to the divine voice inside of you. Don't do it. Don't create anything that it's more than it's enough. You're gonna get the messages like, you know what? I seen it at what's gonna happen. You know, those are the times when you play the scenarios within your head, and then you feel two energies. The one that tells you the right way, and the other that infuse your agitations, aggravations, and you trying to be the right one. And at the same time, you put you on the stage of the three V's. You want to be the victor because you feel like you're the victim, but at the same time, you're trying to perform the face of a villain. Expressing your agitations isn't there. You can express it with wisdom. You don't have to do anything crazy. All right, things is gonna be a very kind of like interesting because you're gonna feel the pressure. I have to go ahead and do something about it. It's connecting with me. I need to fulfill this North Node. I need to go ahead and complete all this. The sun is gonna be putting some pressure as it going forward. That energy is gonna comes in. The same time with Kevin, it is trining Venus and Saturn. You're gonna look at everything in the mysteries of love. Do you understand love? Do you know what the love does? But you're not going to be able to fulfill this contract. That spirituality contract that you have right now up here is not coming. Why? You're not doing the work. Well, the divine is coming and help you as you see it, a lot of green pretty much everywhere. It's like, oh my God, what is this shift? What is this happening? What I'm doing, where I'm going, and so on and so on. This is a that the midheaven is in Cancer, in the family. That is it, the energies that rules everything. Why? Who is the ruler there? That's the moon. where is the moon is right now, in the house of the sun. This is one of the king is far away, and now the queen is taking over. What she can do? Can she take the kingdom? She can take the title, or she can go ahead and fulfill her destiny. What is that going to be? Especially that she fights the warrior. And that is this masculine energy that's gonna comes in from this feminine side in there. But some of you, it's gonna be facing the universe that's going to tell you you should not do this. Some people will do it anyway. And we're talking about 9 o'clock energy. You're gonna feel that exact energy that it comes in, but the divine has its own fingers all over the place. A lot of divine energies is gonna be coming, especially the ascendant towards the sun. For it, we're talking about these divine energies between the beginning of uh, areas with the beginning of Scorpio. And with the midheaven being pretty much in the middle, it's sending divine energies to Venus and Saturn. But those energies right here, fighting against the universe, fighting against the growth, they're going to be increased. And when they're going to be increased, you're going to see it. How in the next hour, all those energies, they're just going to be growing up. The same time, though, these oppositions is going to be growing between the moon and Mars. Overnight, the moon is going to be shifting into Virgo. Things is going to be healed. But before it's shifting, some of you is going to get a lot of divine wisdom and greatness. I hope after that. Because the wisdom doesn't come in if there is no reason to come in it. So if the wisdom comes to you, the reason is you. You to understanding this wisdom for one way or another to improve your life. Here is we're talking about this 11 o'clock energies for the mid-heaven. It is going to be at Lilith is going to be opposing Saturn and Venus. At the same time, the moon it's putting more pressures in there because of the ascendant. That rising energies of the shadow. We're talking about Leo, Aquarius, Taurus, and a Scorpio situations. Those are a unmovable signs. They don't have duality. They're forming. They're staying there in the ground. I'm firm with my decision. And Moon firming with her decisions, with the energies affirming of my Scorpio's energies, and Mars, who is an Aquarius, says like, I'm the new, can destroy me. I have to be there. But Mars has no other aspects. And this is the time you need to be very, very interesting, careful inside of you. You to staying and holding your ground. Otherwise, there is nothing else comes in with this except war, fight, internal. It's something that is been. But the midheaven there, it's right there. It's got this divine energies together with the ascendant towards the north node Chiron and Mercury. Oh, that is going to help you to clear some of the energies out for a better future. But you have to do something. What is that something is though? Self mastering and improving yourself. That's what this is about. You to self master yourself. All right, guys. That's what it was. The Astro Gravitational Report. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. And would love to see your comments. And if you need some personal reading, please shoot me an email and I will get back to you. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Be love.